Hey friends, welcome to my channel. I'm Stacy. Let's wrap up the month of April. I really love that book, but I will give it a chance and see. Kindle, I downloaded originality 5 out of 5. My overall book is Stacy. I am excited to share with you the newest book that I read. Alabama and the audio and the town that was mispronounced. Ooh, child. Y'all, so it is April 30th and let's get through this wrap up. I have been fighting for my life since BookCon. Y'all know it took everything in me, out of me, to give y'all a good time. I enjoyed myself. So everybody that's online talking about it was awful, it was never coming back, I will go back, but I need to get some of these books read down. I have no room on my shelves for no more books, free books, discount books, no books. I have so many great books that I need to read. It is crazy. Like, I had a really good book grab month for the month of April. So let's wrap it up. This month, I felt like I didn't read as much as I would have liked to, but I did read some thick books and I did read some good books. I read between 5 and 6 books. I started doing ARCs on NetGalley. I don't know if I'm an art girly. Don't know if I'm an art girly because I don't know if I'm an art girly because I enjoy the arcs, but I don't have FOMO. I can read the book after it came out. I prefer reading the book when it's backlisted. I don't want to be the first one to say yes or no to somebody's book because that's a lot of pressure. I just don't want to be one of the readers who read for fun. But if it's somebody that I really like my girl Tia Williams, her Misconnection book, I'm going to read that book. I'm glad I got the arc for that. But if it's somebody that I'm just like, it's a new person or somebody, like, I can wait. So anyways, let's get back to wrapping up these books for this month. So I read between 5 and 6 books. Not mad about it. I finally read Legendborn. I met Tracy Dion. I know y'all saw all the drama and the mess that happened around her. The girl complained about her interaction with her at BookCon. With me, she was all right. She good with me. She was nice to me. I will say when I first got my picture back from her, I was just like, oh, she just looked a little tired, but I wasn't pressed. And I had no complaints. Her book overall, it is a fantasy book. I have 2 of her other books, Oathbound and Bloodmark. I will be reading them. I will give y'all a better in-close review on this book whenever I'm caught up with life. I had a lot going on. This, to me, was not a 5-star book. It was good, but not 5 stars. So I'm going to just leave it at that. Kind of slow for me. This ain't our first rodeo. This was my book club pick of the month, and we had a good time at the barbecue restaurant. We wanted to have a picnic, but in Louisiana, it was raining the day before and the day of, so that kind of canceled our picnic that we tried to have for this book. This book, the aesthetics of it is so cute. We loved it. This is going to be a show on Disney, I think now, or Hulu. And it was just an overall great book. We love the romance, the simpleness of it. It was YA, and it did have a time lapse from between when they met when they were teenagers to 5 years up. And it got a little spicy. They had some spice up in there. I tabbed this book. I need to put these tabs in my book journal, and I will be gifting this book away. The author, she's very cute, and I think she did a great job. I don't know if this is her debut novel, but it was basically about this girl in the Texas Houston rodeo. I never read a rodeo romance. I read a cowboy novel before, and I love how pretty the edges were. Just off the aesthetics of this book alone, it's worth the buy. It's worth the find. Her writing style was cool. She had like a text message moment in here. Some chapters were just 1 page long or 2 pages long. So it read very easily. We liked it. Overall, I think my group, we gave this book like a 4 out of 5 stars. Not the best book that we've ever read in life, but it was pretty reasonable and tellable. Like, we all left feeling satisfied after the book club meeting. And we talked about a bunch of different reasons why we enjoyed this book, because it was touching a little bit in some parts, where the girl, a brown girl, she grew up spoiled and entitled, and the boy, he dealt with a lot of adult responsibilities. And it's like, when you know type situation when it's love. So it's really good. Romance, YA. Don't be scared of YA. I'm not a fan of YA, but I do love romance, and this was very sweet and cute. This one is a library book, y'all. Keeper of Lost Children by Sadiqa Johnson. So y'all know I read The Yellow Wife. Love The Yellow Wife. Bad. House of Eve. Love, love, love The House of Eve. This one, it seems like it's a part 2 or a spin-off of House of Eve. And I got this from the library. I did not buy it. And it does have a little bit of the war going on in Germany. And the German woman meets a Negro African-American man. And some things happen over there. And it's a whole story in a journey, dual storyline between the kid and the adults. And to me, I feel like this was a bit slow for her writing, and this is not my favorite Sadiqa Johnson's book. The other 2 were 5s. This was like not a 5 for me. Not a 5 for me. I do recommend you read this, but have some patience and give her grace with this book, because she is one of my favorite writers, and this one wasn't it for me, if you know what I mean. And sometimes, every book is not going to be your book. Now, we went through this one. The book club at Oxlot, they're reading Deep End. And I lost my place in this, and I'm going to finish it. I'm not finished with it yet, but the book club meeting is on May 12th. And this is about this swimmer. It's a swimmer's romance type of sweaty, smutty mess. Like, this book is a mess. And it's just like, girl, they got a lot of smut in this book for it to be a pretty cover. And I'm like, Allie Hazelwood, girl, you my good sister, you doing a lot. You doing a lot. And that's going to be my response when I go to the book club meeting, because I'm just like, why she put that in that book? Girl, why you... I digress. But this is a lot. This one, I read this book, but I kind of soft DNF'd it because I had a lot more on my plate at the time. Very pretty book. Love the cover. This is my $5 book I got from the book Barnes & Noble counter. I'm going to finish it. I just did not finish this book just yet. And it started off pretty good, and it's really short. I think it's like it's a book that's been translated to English. It's only 207 pages, and it's a Japanese translated book, and it sold me on the cover. Y'all know I'm a sucker for the covers. That one, soft DNF, but that is part of the books that I read physically for the month of April. I read Savvy Summers and Po' Boy Perilous, and this book is by Sandra Jackson Opuka. I think that's her last name. Didn't like it. It was an arc. And that's why I'm like, when I read these arcs, I don't want to be the first one to tell you I didn't like it. Because it might be something for somebody. And I feel like I didn't like it because there's a part 1 to it. And I didn't read part 1. And it's like a murder mystery type of book in a cafe. So that type of a heavy on the recipes. And this one had like po' boys and jambalaya and beignets and gumbo. Y'all know I don't play behind our food in Louisiana. And she was playing with our food. She was like, this is Mississippi gumbo. And I'm like, okay. All right. I'm going to leave it. I'm going to let y'all have that. But the food, I'm a foodie. So that was really triggering for me. Now, I'm in the middle of a book called We Already Dug a Grave. And this lady, she's an author that is she's from Mississippi, but she lives like in the Hammond, Louisiana area. And with her book, it's like a thriller, and kind of like how she does hers is like she does it to where, okay, it's like a lot of women's rage towards men. But hers, how she does it, is very tactful and very smart. And she always has a reason why. So I am enjoying We Already Dug a Grave. I'm like on chapter 12 in that book, in my arc journey. Now, the next arc that I'm going to read, like I said, is Tia Williams' Misconnection. And I met Tia Williams at the, BookCon. And I know y'all tired. I'm tired of saying BookCon. I know y'all tired of hearing about it, but it was a really good trip. And I don't know if I'm gonna be able to go to any other book conferences that's going to meet that expectation, because that one was so good to me. All the books I brought home, all the people I met, the experience in itself, and it got me geared towards wanting to finish and read their whole catalog of everybody that I met. And one of the books I DNF'd, it was These Violent Delights. There you go. I DNF'd that book and I gifted it to somebody at BookCon because she was there, Chloe Gong. But I do have another book on my shelf that I'm going to read by her, and I'm not mad at it. That book, it was like a retelling of Shakespeare, Romeo and Juliet, without the romance and the spice and the smut. It was more fighting with the families and bickering that way, which was fine. I just wanted something softer, something more romantic. I love the book By the Book that I read this month by Jasmine Guillory. Favorite new author. Love her down. Love her bad. She's romance. And I do have 2 more of her books on my shelves to be read that I got signed at BookCon. Loved it. I'm going to read those, but I'm just trying to prioritize what I want to read in the next month, like in May. Because I've been like doing a lot book related and in life. Like life has been happening. And I brought all those books at 2nd and Charles that I want to start getting into. Then I got all the books that I was not gifted, but I got as ARCs from BookCon and free books from BookCon. And I bought those 10 books from BookCon. So I'm buried in buying books. I can't take another free book. Like, I'm very blessed, very happy. I just need to read these books down. So I'm about to tackle this list. And it's been like a quarter of the year. What was March? And I've already read in March was 25. So I'm trying to hit 100 books this year. Right now, I haven't updated the list, but the last time I looked at the list, it was 28 books that I read. And I'm okay with that number. Like, I'm not mad at that. Like, it's not a race. It's not who can read the most books. But for me, I think, like, you just set the pace for what you want and don't get overwhelmed. But this last month, April, I outdid myself. So I did get a new book tracker from BookCon. This station, it was at the lulu.com counter, and they gave me this to track. But I'm not using it yet. I like to start my book trackers once I'm done with one, and I'm still in the middle of another book tracker. And I hate jumping from book tracker to book tracker. Of the books I said I was going to read last month, y'all, I ain't read none of those books because I had to stop midway to read those BookCon books. So these were the books that I said I was going to read that I did not read. The Wife Between Us, Where Wildflowers Grow, The Perishing, and Cleopatra. Didn't even look at this stack of books, y'all. I am like buried in books. So that's what I mean when I just can't even, I can't go to Ollie's, I can't go to TJ Maxx, I can't go to Barnes & Noble unless it's a specific book that is coming out for a book club meeting. And I'm going to read the books I'm going to read this month. Let's get into that. So John Grimsham, he's famous. He wrote The Firm. That's our book club pick of the month with my personal book club. And we're going to read that one. I had to order that one online. It's an older book that came out in 97. So it's like he does good with law books. I do know that about him. And he's been recommended to me by everybody who's an OG reader. So I'm happy that we are reading his book for the first time. Now, this month, priority-wise for me, A Love Song for Ricky Wilde. This book was signed at BookCon. And I keep telling my friend Kirsten, I'm reading this book, girl. You read it in February. And I was in the middle of that BookCon list of books, and I really, really want to read this book because I loved her other 3 books, and I have an arc that I'm reading by her. It's called The Misconnection. I think that's the continuation of one of her books that I read. So this is one of the priority books that I'm reading this month. Prioritize number 2 is going to be Reformatory, and this one, Lauren, we was supposed, I guess, I don't know, we gonna read it. I'm chicken to read it, but this lady was so cool and so nice. I got her to sign this book. She dances on her Instagram page and everything. And this is a New York's notable bestseller. It is kind of thick and chunky. It looks like it is, let's see how many pages, 500? Girl, this book is 565 pages long. I will be reading it. This one, for Tia Williams, this is 340 pages, 340. This book comes out May 5th by Julie Murphy, and I got this one signed, and I got her ARC release. I'm going to read this one before it comes out and posted, hopefully before. And this is only 288 pages. And Julie Murphy was so sweet, and I just want to support her. She's with a big publishing company, but she was very nice whenever I met her. She gave me this. She gave me the stickers for the book. We got this huge little flag. I got a bookmark from her. She gave me a lot of book merch, you know. And we're going to see how this book, look at this. Look how cute. Dear friends, some books happen instantly and others spawn across years. I don't have much patience with lather or rally sticking to an idea that doesn't feel immediately right. But Vera was different. Okay. Gave me this. Very cute. And it says a lot more on there. She gave me the little invitation to RSVP for her book, Marriage of Convenience. Y'all know I love me some of that. This is a romance. Not mad about it. Love this. Loved it. She was so, so nice. I got a whole bunch of stuff from her at BookCon, so I have to prioritize reading her book. And it says, it's called The Student Union. And it says, I know they're going to have smut in it because she says smutty research in progress. So we're going to see. It has a bed, and there was only one bed. I think that is all that I got from her with her merch. And I think a bookmark too. And it was like so nice. Like it was just so, she was so nice. And she was working. She was doing her job. You know how some people like, oh, you meet them and you want them to be your friend. Like, she don't know me. I'm just a reader. Even though she's my friend in my head, I'm going to read this book. Julie Murphy, Student Union. All that stuff. Love it. And I don't know why I'm going to hang up my flag. I'll show y'all whenever I do decide to hang it up. I'm going to put some, like a pen and put it up in my book area, you know. Hopefully I like a book, you know. Leave a good review. It looks like it's going to be good. I read her book, If the Shoe Fits. Like that book. So good. She has that book Dumpling too. You know, the one with Jennifer Aniston that plays on Netflix. That was a book that she wrote. Now, here's some palette cleansers that I plan to get through because these are little sample chapters that are only like 80-something pages or so. And that one more round, and it's a sample chapter. This one is sample chapter. It's Holly Renee, Cowboy Casual, and this one is like 170 pages. And it's so cute. This one, I keep getting the dates wrong, but this one comes out April 19th. May 19th. So I want to read this one too. I haven't read anything by her, but I've seen her name all over the place. So I'm going to read this new book because it's about to come out. And then this girl accidentally locked down a witch. And this one comes out May 26th. And I want to have this one read before May. So later, the end of May. But beginning of May, this is like my books. And of course, I'm going to read other books in between on top of these books in May. Now, back on the bookish things that I did this month. So we had the book club meeting. I went to BookCon. I did painting with a twist. Hey friends, come with me to painting with a twist.
Y'all, I didn't know what I was setting myself up for this day, doing all these different events. So my class reunion was the night before, and we had the book club meeting that morning at 12 until I think like 2:30, 3 o'clock, and painting with a twist was at 5. So I went and took a nap and came back at 5 for painting with a twist. No, I was doing a painting without the twist, so no drinking for me. And I was like, okay, I came in by myself and I signed up for it. So, of course, obviously, I'm going to do it. And with this painting, it was us painting a bookstore. And the bookstore was so cute. And along with painting the bookstore, they told us to bring a wrapped book to do a book swap. So I had to do this. And this is the first time my painting with a twist in my parish had done this book swap style bookshop. And everybody brought cool books. Of course, I pulled a number that had my book, what I brought. I brought the book Black Candle Women that I read. It was on Jenna's book list like a couple years ago, and I liked it, and I had a new copy of it. So I brought that book. Also, because in my area, there's not a lot of diversity. But here's the book shop, and here's the book that I brought home.
It was the day after my class reunion, which I was on the PR side. Used to put my public relations hat on to plan this class reunion. It turned out great, very nostalgic. I made the playlist. We got people together. The party was going. The next day, I had a book club meeting that was with my personal club that morning at 12. I was struggling, y'all, bad, dehydrated, toe down. And then I came home, took a nap, and painting with a twist was from 5 to 7. But they wanted to be from 5 to 8 because of the small details. And I'll show y'all the painting with the twist that I did. I loved how it came out. Very cute. The picture's up. I have it hanging up, and I'll show y'all that. But that is all that I have for my monthly wrap up with April. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe.